tasks that I set you in the lesson, the mini task. I'm going to go over them so that you can work at them at your own pace. So the first one that I set you was to create a program to read in a binary string and print out the string typed in. Hint, you'll need a variable to hold the input. Now this is straightforward. This is what I would call Python 101, one of the first lessons that you ever do. So let's go over to Python and start a new file. Now the words here, read in a binary string, well actually there is no such thing as a binary string. We have to sort of invent that or manage that later on. So basically all we're going to do is read in a string. So there are two versions of input. There's just numbers, which is input, or there is the string version which reads in characters from the keyboard called raw_input, and that is the one that we're going to use. So how do we do it? Straightforward. We can type a variable. My variable, I'll probably rename that later. There was the hint, you'll need a variable to hold the input. My variable equals raw_input. And that's what I was looking for, was the fact that you could know which version that you were going to use, number or string, and this one is a string. We need to give the user some sort of indication of what they're going to type in. Please enter a binary string. That's good. They may or may not enter what you've asked them to put in. Chances are they won't. They'll put in something silly to test your program. However, we're giving them an instruction. We'll test this later and make sure that whatever they give us is going to be a binary string. So there's the first line, and this line is just this program is just 2 lines long. The second part is print out the string typed in. So all we need to do is print out the variable. So if I type print my variable, that is the program. Now we need to save this for it to run, so let's save it in the correct location. Yours will be somewhere different. Let's see what we've got. Forest high documents, don't need there. There we go, Python files, mini project. And I'm just going to call this v1.py because we've got some mini tasks. Actually, let's call it mini tasks. That would make a great deal of sense when we're coming back to have a look at it. minitask1.py, save it, and run the program. Please enter a binary string. If I was a nice person, I would type in a binary string. There we go, there's a binary string, and it would print it back out to the screen. If I was not so nice, I would enter anything, and it would print it out to the screen. No checking whatsoever in our program. And finally, one thing that we really need to think of is if the user actually doesn't type anything at all, just presses enter, there you go, and it prints out nothing at all. So there's our first program on task 1, is to create and read a binary string and print out the binary string to the screen. The next one, task 2, we'll do within the next video.